Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Maximus the Fourth. Good afternoon. What I have to present to you guys today is Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry. Now, Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry was first released in 2005. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, how was it first released in 2005? Well, the reason is because in the 80s, there was actually a different formula, and it went under the name as Wild Cherry Diet Pepsi. Now, the ingredients were actually the same that were in the reformulated version as the 80s, except the ingredients were just simply in a different order of sequence. And one thing that I do remember very profoundly is that there was more caffeine in the original Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi than the modern day one. There's also a zero sugar variant of Pepsi Wild Cherry as well that does have a little bit of different ingredients just to give it a little bit more of a kick, and it's kind of known as to have a little bit more of an improved taste. Now, if you really want to go really far back, the very first Diet Cherry Cola, any flavor of soda that ever existed through PepsiCo as far as the United States are concerned, is a Diet Cherry Cola Slice. And this one had come out in 1986 and very shortly was discontinued in 1988. And the reason why the United States came out with Diet Cherry Cola Slice was because originally there was a soda that came out in Ontario, Canada in 1985 that was called Cherry Pepsi. And this was in competition for Cherry Coke, which was released in 1985. Now, even though Coca-Cola was leaps and miles ahead of PepsiCo, they still managed to release their own Cherry Pepsi first, before they did. And this one came out just hours before Coca-Cola's did. Now, was there a diet version of Cherry Pepsi? There had to have been. I don't know, because I've never seen a can before, but this is as far back as any Cherry Pepsi diet anything existed in the entire world, as far as PepsiCo is concerned. Now that I've given you guys some of the history, very fascinating history on Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry, let's open this thing up and see what I can actually come up with for you guys. Now, I've actually done one video only on Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry, where I took on a 2-liter chug, and that video actually did very well. It hit 1,000 views. Kind of took a while for it to crawl its way up there, but eventually it did happen. So, let's go ahead and get right into this, shall we? I don't know about you guys, but Pepsi Wild Cherry is personally one of my favorite drinks that is under the authority of PepsiCo. Now, Diet, it's always a little bit of a different story because there's not sugar in the Diet versions, but they're still very fun to drink. Now, what I'm smelling so far, you can definitely smell the cherry in here, and it's actually very impressive for a Diet version of Pepsi Wild Cherry. As far as the taste goes, though, let's see what this is packing. That's actually not half bad. For a diet soda, this is actually pretty decent. Without even thinking about it, I would definitely give this a 7 out of 10. Now, as a professional soda reviewer, going into this video right now as I am, you can't really score diet sodas next to regular version sodas that have sugar in them because it's not fair. So any number that I'm giving, even if I was giving it a 10 out of a 10, it would not be based on any comparison on any other regular soda. This is only for strictly diet sodas to keep it fair because, of course, there's really no diet soda out there that's going to taste better than a regular version of soda that has the sugar in it, at least for me, as far as my opinion is concerned. Oh man, see that second drink, I don't know. It just kind of flattened out a little bit. The smell at first, and still kind of right now, was very powerful and robust, but unfortunately, very quickly after just the second sip, from what I know, it kind of just dwindles right away. There's not too much going on in diet version of Pepsi Wild Cherry, but it still does taste very decent. After that third sip, I would have to knock this down to a 6.5 out of 10. But let's keep on experimenting with this just a little bit more before I give you guys my overall assessment completely. It's okay, I guess. Kind of a flatter taste, and the first taste was amazing. The initial smell was incredible, but after the fourth taste, I don't know. I just feel like it's dwindling away more and more as you go. Let's try it from the can. Yeah, see, like, the best way I can describe this soda is that the cherry is definitely there, but the chemicals that they're putting in this, like, for instance, the aspartame and the asulfame potassium, which I'm assuming that's uh, a diet ingredient, because I don't think I've seen asulfame potassium in a regular sugar. I could be wrong, but those two chemicals so far that is giving this the artificial flavor and acting as if there actually is sugar in there when there's really not, it kind of counteracts with the great taste that you're originally getting at first. Because at first, when you sip it, oh man, it tastes amazing, and then just pop! This fat freaking pop, 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 pop. Buzzkill just comes into play, and it just kind of ruins the experience overall. How about the artwork on this can, though? I feel like those cherries are very, very well placed, and I really like how the can has got a nice chrome color. It really makes those cherries really pop out and give you that three-dimensional look. And I really like the red spot at the very top of the can. That is definitely a very clear indicator that this is a cherry flavored soda. And the chrome, instead of like the blue, which would be a dark blue can if it was the regular version of Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry, definitely gives it that diet vibe. Like there's not much going on there. So overall, the design of the can, I think they did a pretty good job to really resemble the diet version of Pepsi Wild Cherry. But anyways, what's the overall score, final score going to be that I would give Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry? That was a good hit. That was a very good hit right there. I don't know what happened, but that was good. That one was not as good. Gee, Willy Wonkers. So, my first overall score was a 7 out of 10. And then my second score got knocked down to a 6.5 because it immediately gets spoiled after the second, third, fourth taste. But after like the ninth or the 10th taste, it tasted good again, and then instantly just got knocked back down. Now, if I had just as many good tastes that came back as bad tastes that came after the first sip, I could probably give this like a 6.575 out of 10. But because there's not, and there was only one good taste after the first initial taste, after several bad tastes, Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry is going to get an overall score of 6.56 out of 10. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, make sure you share this video with a buddy. And if you did enjoy this video very thoroughly, don't forget to leave a comment down below to help boost the algorithm. And if you really did enjoy this video and you need something else to do, make sure you check out my video, Does Wild Cherry Pepsi Taste Different than Pepsi Wild Cherry? That is actually a video that I did 3 months ago, and it did very well when I first dropped it, but it still has not quite hit that 1,000 view threshold, but it's definitely going to get there if you guys keep watching it after I promote it. And it's a very good video. There's not anybody ever on YouTube that's ever taken an original Wild Cherry Pepsi and a modern day Pepsi Wild Cherry and done a taste test side by side, mainly because there's not very many cans out there that are still full that even exists. But I actually happened to find one, and that was actually one of my favorite videos that I ever filmed. So if you are interested, I will definitely make sure to keep the link of the description down in this video of that video. And I am Maximus the Fourth, signing out. I would ask you guys, if you do want to support my channel, if you really like seeing what I do, this is the first time I'm ever going to ask if anyone would consider donating to this channel. I sure would appreciate it. I've spent a lot of my own personal money on soda drinks and stuff that are really rare, but I can't really be doing that anymore unless I get some good sales of products that I already have. But if you guys are interested in supporting me, I sure would appreciate it, and I will definitely make sure to leave 2 links down below to where you could donate to me instantly if you do want to see me try to do some other stuff. But other than that, I thank you guys for watching. I am Maximus the Fourth, signing out, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.